Do you know what's worse than people bad mouthing your series or movies or stuff like that? It's when it reaches to the point that they just don't care anymore. They just completely have checked out and it's no longer of any interest to them. They don't business, they don't give a damn. They just fed up. The vast majority are just like, I don't even care anymore. And the ones who are holding on are just doing it because some of them may actually like what's going on, but it's not enough numbers to actually be of anything. Case in point, Disney Star Wars. Disney has ruined everything to do with Star Wars. Literally everything to do with it. They have absolutely massacred that brand to the point now where long-time fans, new fans just don't care anymore. They're like, this is not getting any better. This is not any good. I just don't business. You look at what happened with the Acolyte. A show that they made for these so-called new audience or new fans or whatever they want to call them. None of them showed up to watch it. It was a terrible series. I reviewed every episode. Terrible, horrible ratings and everything, and they just gone. And you know what shows that it's that Disney Star Wars is even worse than that? Skeleton Crew right now is getting worse ratings than the Acolyte because nobody's watching it. Absolutely nobody is watching it. Disney killed Star Wars, and this is the fact. Dive into this article here from Cosmic Book News. Skeleton Crew has worse Star Wars ratings on Disney Plus, lower than the Acolyte. And you all know how bad the Acolyte was. Like I said, I reviewed every episode of it. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And Skeleton Crew is getting worse numbers than that because nobody's watching it. Literally. When Skeleton Crew was first announced, I heard about it. People say it was actually going good at the beginning. I say, yeah, maybe I might check it out, but I just could not find it within myself to stomach a reason to go and watch it. Honestly, I just couldn't find a reason to go and watch Skeleton Crew. And from what I've heard, it's just gotten worse over time. But let's get into this. The Nielsen ratings for the first two episodes of Skeleton Crew are in, revealing that they are worse than the Acolyte, worse than Andor, and seemingly worse than Star Wars ratings on Disney Plus. And the amount of money that we heard they spend on Andor, well, I will tell you, nobody was watching that either. Skeleton Crew is also the first Star Wars show not to have its premiere make the Nielsen ratings, which are automatically turned on in your Disney Plus accounts. Samba TV has also again refused to publish numbers. Samba TV hasn't published ratings for a majority of the recent Star Wars or Marvel shows, likely at the request of Disney, who is an investor in the company, as obviously the ratings are in the gutter. Yeah, not shocking. Samba didn't publish numbers for X-Men 97 either. And yes, like I said, a lot of people like X-Men 97. I thought it had its problems. A lot of people really like X-Men 97. Well, it wasn't awful, but it had its problems. You understand me? But the ratings on Disney Plus weren't good because people were not watching it. Then people would rather watch it online, on YouTube or whatever, rather than actually give their money to Disney. Because I tell you how badly Disney has damaged their brand. Particularly alarming is that Skeleton Crew premiered its first two episodes on the same night, yet still failed to appear on the Nielsen ratings despite having an entire week to qualify. This is it here. You understand me? At number one is The Madness, Two Black Doves, Landman, Special Ops Lioness, The Ultimatum, Mario Move On, A Man on the Inside, Cross, Cold Case, Who Killed John Benet Ramsey, Tulsa King, and the Great British Baking Show. No sign whatsoever of Skeleton Crew. And like they say, two episodes premiered. And I'm not shocked by this because, like I said, I couldn't find a reason enough to care to watch Skeleton Crew. It might be a very good series. I don't know. I just could not find a reason enough to care. Honestly, I just could not. Couldn't find one. Nielsen released its ratings for the week of December 2nd to December 8th, covering the premiere of the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew on December 2nd. However, the show failed to make the list. The bottom spot on Nielsen's streaming originals list belongs to the Great British Baking Show with 382 million minutes viewed. Since Skeleton Crew didn't make the list, its total viewership was below 382 million minutes, meaning the average per episode was under 191 million minutes watched. Yeah, because like I said, nobody cares. That's what Disney has done to Star Wars, and that's why people just don't care. I mean, I'm telling you, I've heard a lot of people say they're just fed up of it. They rather watch all Star Wars and not doing anything. They put out new action figures and toys for Star Wars, and they're just sitting on shelves collecting dust. I went to a toy store, a toy store a little while back, and the worker there told me that they couldn't get rid of the Ray action figures. They couldn't get rid of it. They said that they actually had a competition, and they gave away something, and they included the Ray, which is somebody threw it in the dustbin. That was it. People just don't care anymore. They just don't. The Acolyte also premiered its first 2 episodes in one night and made the Nielsen ratings with 488 million minutes viewed, averaging 244 million per episode. Yeah, and that goes to show it, because you literally premiered the Acolyte with its first two episodes. Pretty much fell off after that. You understand me? But the Acolyte was so badly done that anything that comes after it now is just going to continue to piss fans off. The only real thing that they have left to do with Star Wars at this point in time is just give it a break for a few years. Hopefully people kind of start to remember with some nostalgia about 10 years down the road, and then try to bring it back with some competent people. The problem is that they don't want to do that. They are still under the belief that all they have to do is keep churning out nonsense and hope and pray that somehow, somewhere along the road, somebody just picks it up, fans just start to love it again, and that's while they just continue to waste money. Andor premiered with its first 3 episodes and made the list with 624 million minutes, averaging 208 million per episode. Again, the 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew averaged lower than 191 million minutes, falling short of both the Acolyte and Andor. We just don't care. Look at Mandela Stenberg and her video, she blamed fans and all of that. So what happened? Because fans have become apathetic to Disney Star Wars. Fans just don't care. Why didn't fans tune in to watch Skeleton Crew? It's from Spider-Man director John Watts, so you think it would at least be decent, right? Maybe it is, but you have to understand, it's not about who the director is or even who's starring in it, because Jude Law is starring in it and he's a good actor. You understand me? But people are not interested. That is what Disney has done. This is what I keep saying. Disney has ruined their brand so badly that everything associated with them now kind of just becomes box office poison. Everybody's sitting around waiting for everything Disney to put out to crash and burn. That's it. Snow White guaranteed to flop because Rachel Zegler kept shooting her mouth off, and Disney was really cheering for her till they couldn't take it anymore. And then they tried to distance themselves from her, and it wasn't working. These things are what you do to yourselves. You did Star Wars movies before that was absolutely terrible. Terrible Star Wars movies. You started out trying to do something. In the beginning, fans were there. They wanted to see what was going to happen. But as it went along, it just kept getting worse. Look at what they did to The Mandalorian. destroy that, but they won't stop. The answer seems clear. Fans just aren't interested. After Disney handling of the Star Wars sequel trilogy and Disney Plus shows like The Acolyte, The Book of Boba Fett, oh god, and The Mandalorian Season 3, yeah, where they literally destroyed that, it seems many fans have simply stopped caring about Star Wars. Can you blame them? Can you blame fans for stop caring? But because the bottom line is that if you don't care enough about me to make something good that I as a fan would enjoy, why would I care to watch what you're making? And you have actors, you have the companies and they coming out there to attack fans for not liking this. It's not difficult to do good things, but you don't want to do it. That's the only thing, you don't want to do it. Now, a divided fan base isn't necessarily a bad thing. Some fans love it, yeah, so others hate it. But even the haters will still watch. The real problem arises when fans stop caring. When that happens, they stop watching and just as crucially, they stop spending their money. This is exactly what I started off this video saying. It's one thing to badmouth something. It's one thing to say you don't like it. It's one thing to say you're hating on something. Even though I don't really consider fans to be haters. I consider fans to care and be passionate about something. Because for years, we have all argued about things that we like, didn't like, and never a problem. We still watch it, we still win it. Because you know why? We're still coming from a good person, and that was most important. No, the minute you say you don't like something, you're automatically labeled as a hater, and I don't like that. But people will watch something and people will grab it and say, was it or not? But when you come to the point where fans just don't care, people are like, I am not spending my money, I am not watching anything, I'm not doing anything. That is when you have to realize how badly you have screwed up. Fans are tired of the BS from the actors, the studios, and the shows. Yeah, you cannot keep insulting people and expecting them to give you their money. It doesn't work like that. Reports the Acolyte killed Star Wars seem true. A report has said due to the failure of the Acolyte that Disney is pulling back on Star Wars content on Disney Plus and only releasing one series a year going forward. Currently, only Ahsoka Season 2 is in the works, but that too is now rumored to possibly end with its second season because I don't even know why they make a second season of Ahsoka. I think fans had a bit of nostalgia when they heard the name Ahsoka and they kind of checked them. Honestly, I watched like 2 episodes and I was out. I just couldn't go anymore. Andor Season 2 premiered on it's set to premiere on April 22nd, 2025, and that will be its last. So following the Acolyte, it does seem as if Star Wars is dead on Disney Plus. When you keep doing these things, you destroy yourselves. Because that's the long and short of it now. People just don't care. You have reached that point now where fans are just completely apathetic and they're like, you know what, I just don't care. I don't care. You want to make a Star Wars series, you want not to make a Star Wars series, you want to make a Star Wars movie, want not to make a Star Wars movie. I don't care. I'm not giving you my money. I'm not watching anything. I am just tapped out from all the crap that you keep doing. I have had enough and I'm walking away. That is what it has come to. That is what it has come to because this is what they did to themselves. So yeah, the Acolyte killed Star Wars, Disney finished it off, and now it's just completely done. Fans just do not care anymore, and I cannot blame them at all. And things like this may very well happen with other bits of entertainment as well. Then you know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.